All right, so the book goes over not using test points. Sometimes it's easy enough to do, but sometimes it's a little confusing. If you remember our first example, um, it was like this, right? Okay, so when they say, okay, you can do it without using test points, they say if it's like this, if it's in this form, then it's above, right? Because it's a greater than. But if it's in this form, it's below. Well, that may all be well and true, but this isn't in that form. And when you go to put it in the form, you'd have to divide by a negative, and that would switch the inequality the other way, and you're going to run into some issues, so it might not make sense. But you could do that. I mean, I'm not going to disagree with the book. I just don't do it that way. For me, it's just easier to use the test point. Okay? So I talked about that a little bit. All right, so here we're going to be graphing, but we're going to be graphing things just a little bit different. So you notice here for this inequality, there's no x term. So do you remember what that means? It means it's a horizontal line because you have y equals. So we're going to graph y equals -3, and that is a horizontal line. Now you still have to decide if it's dotted or solid. Everybody hopefully at home said solid. So there's my solid line at -3. Now, I want my y to be less than -3. So do you think that's above or below? Well, you could try -4. Y being -4 is right there. That's less than -3. So it's going to be all these points down here. Okay? So that's how you graph that one. That was exciting. Okay, now we're going to graph this one, but my graph paper's down here. So x is greater than 2. It was greater than, right? Yeah. Okay, so this is going to be, we're going to graph x equals 2, which is a vertical line. But this time it's going to be dotted. Why is it dotted? People always ask, why is it dotted? How do you know? You look at the inequality. If it doesn't have the equal to part, it's dotted. If it's got the equal to part, then it's solid. Okay, so x is greater than 2. So where's 2? Right here, I'm making a vertical line at 2. And then I want where it's bigger. Where is x bigger? To the right, right? To the right, right? Okay. So all those points have x values bigger than 2. All right, so that's how you do horizontal and vertical inequalities, lines. Okay.